Here's what we're doing today. We are on a little adventure. We are, well, I say today, but what I should say for the next 3 days, because we're on a little adventure. We're heading west to the Nevada, California desert, the Mojave desert. We're going to do some metal detecting out there for gold nuggets, maybe look for some meteorites, and do some hiking, check out some World War II stuff. Just have a good time. Hopefully have a good time. And I plan to spend maybe up to a month out there, including the drive out and back, which is going to take 6 days total. Well, it's 5 o'clock, 5 a.m., and I think we'll go ahead and get some fuel. We still got 145 miles to empty, but we might as well go ahead and stretch our legs. Might as well. All right, I like to walk around the truck and just make sure all the tires look okay. The motorcycle, make sure it's nice and tight, and it is. And look okay. It's looking for anything unusual. Tires that might be low, or like things sticking out of the side of the truck. Not too far outside of Memphis, so we'll be through Tennessee before long. Not bad. 19 gallons, $87. First fill up of the day. So we have 529 miles to empty. So what kind of mileage we're getting? 18.3 miles per gallon. Not too bad for this truck. All right, let's get going. Been on the road a little over 14 hours, and we are almost ready to leave Oklahoma and go into Texas. Now, I'd like to get at least halfway across Texas before we stop for the night, but I have a feeling I'm going to probably have to stop about when it gets dark. There we go. All right, so we're still on the road. It's getting later in the afternoon. I think it's about 4 or 5 or something like that. I think we've been on the road for like 14 hours or something like that. Pretty much driving the whole way. I stopped for 10 minutes and took a little baby nap, but that was about it. That refreshed me. Like I said, we're in Oklahoma. We're going to be in Texas, I think, in about a half an hour. So we're moving right along. The landscape has changed quite a bit from where we were at last time I talked to you. For you guys that are interested, you can see there's a little road right there. You can see a little paved road. Right about there, that's actually the historic Route 66. That's where you get your kicks on Route 66. That was like the original road that went across the country to California. And Interstate 40, which is what I've been following pretty much since I left Maryland. One more thing, you see it's 86 degrees out. Back home it's in the 50s and raining, so I'm loving it. The only problem is my air conditioner in my truck is broken, so I'm pretty much roasting right now. But once we get out there, it'll be fine, because we'll be on the little motorcycle the whole time, and we'll get our kicks on. Well, you know it, Route 66 on a bike. Down the road we'll go. It's a little enduro bike, you know, on-road, off-road, 225, I believe. So, but it'll get us up in the mountains, detecting and stuff. That's where I want to be. I know you do too. Had enough of this jack. We're cruising across the Texas Panhandle, and there's Amarillo. We should be in Amarillo by morning. Rest area right there. I've actually overnighted there probably 3 or 4 times in my travels out here. You see, that's if my bearings are going out somewhere on the truck or if that's the surface of the road. It's concrete though, so maybe that's what the case is, I hope. Oh, by the way, I did upgrade my AAA to the 100-mile tow. The last time I came out here, I got towed about 100 miles. A little under, I think it was a little under 100. But it cost me $1,000 to get the truck towed. It wasn't 100 miles. I don't know. I can't remember what it was. Maybe 40, something like that. But it cost me $1,000 to get the truck towed. So I upped it to a 100-mile tow this trip. So hopefully we'll be okay. Especially with that noise back here. All my bearings are probably melting right now. Wheel bearings. It's always something. Check this out. Tucumcari. You ever hear of that? Tucumcari? There's an old Western movie, a cowboy Western shoot 'em up movie. I think Lee Van Cleef was in it. And Tucumcari played a big part of the storyline in the movie. I can never remember what the movie was actually about. If you guys have any idea why Tucumcari was played that part in the movie, let me know, because I tell you, every time I drive by here, I think about it, but I always forget to look it up for some reason. I think it was Lee Van Cleef, though. He's a really evil-looking, Western movie guy. You look him up, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. But, oh well, Tucumcari. Yeah, so we made it through Amarillo. It really sucked. It's just like a bunch of restaurants and hotels, Hooters and Applebee's, and hotels. It looked like any place in this country that you go, it's all the same stuff. I think we might stop up here at this Love's, which is a truck stop, and we might spend the night there. Now let's go a little bit further. Let's go to the next one. What do you say? Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and stop for the night. It's a little bit earlier than I normally like to stop, but I think once I lay down, I'm going to go right to sleep. I've been driving pretty much for 17 hours, and yeah, I think I'm ready to lay down. Tomorrow we got 13 hours more to go to get to my first camping spot that I want to get to. So I don't think we'll have any problem getting there. Check on a bike. I'm gonna have to tighten that up a little. It's pretty good shape. Got my little bed back there. I can show you my little setup if you want to see it sometime, but I'm gonna crawl back there, read for a few minutes, go to sleep, and probably wake up. I'll probably wake up really early again, like 12 o'clock midnight. If I do, we'll hit the road. All right, we'll see you then, maybe. Well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and I got about 4 hours of sleep, and I'm actually ready to roll, man. It's gonna be awesome. We'll be out there in 14 hours. I'm just gonna top it off. We unfortunately have to get biodiesel, and we'll head on up the road, man. Great, we'll get there well before dark. Set up camp. It's gonna be awesome. Getting closer. Yeah, we are. for camping. I hope. We're almost to the camping area. I'm gonna probably search around a little bit, so I want to make sure I have cell signal. So I might have to get to the top of a mountain. It's hard to say, but we'll look together. Freaking hot here, man. Well, we made it to our first camping spot, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang out here for a few days, probably at least 3 or 4. I've got at least 3 or 4 days worth of stuff I want to do here, maybe a little bit more. We're out on our own. I don't know if you can see the moon. It's about a half moon right now. Sunset's gorgeous. I'm sure the camera's not going to get it, but let me see. You ready? What do you think? It's a beautiful sunset right there. I actually took the bike out today or this evening and rode it around for a couple hours. Did a little detecting, not too much, because I was extremely fatigued. I mean, so fatigued I only got like 100 yards from the truck and I had to sit down, and then I basically crawled back, went to sleep, and I just woke up. So tomorrow will be better. Gotta remember, I've been sitting in this darn thing driving for 3 days straight, so tomorrow will be better. Until I go to sleep, she'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets, she's promised